Mike is back. Y'all already know what it is, man. Today we had the gameplay powered by ProPlay trailer from 2K, and we saw our first look at the gameplay trailer for NBA 2K25. Now, we will be going through and talking about all the information that they talked about. I was live streaming earlier. If you missed out on the live stream, don't worry. I will be covering everything that 2K talked about in their live stream this morning and showcasing all the new features that they added in the game, and it is some fire new features. Now, real quick, just some housekeeping for a quick second. This is the roadmap schedule. Today we had the gameplay powered by ProPlay. Next week we have My Player and My Career on the week of August 5th. The week of August 12th, we got My NBA and the W. Week of August 19th, My Team. Then we get the City. Week of the 26th. September 2nd, you got some stuff about Season 1 and 2K Beats. September 4th, what is early tip-off? Now, something that they did announce was that if you pre-order the game, you will get early access on September 4th. So that's what early tip-off is. So after hearing all this information and you change your mind and decided that you want to pre-order the game so you can get it early, you can do that. If you already pre-ordered it, don't worry, you will still get access to the game early. And then September 6th is the official launch of the game. So with those notes out the way, let's go ahead and hop into this Courtside Report. Now, of course, as I go through the Courtside Report, I will be having gameplay playing in the background, and I will be having clips playing showcasing the dedicated features that I am talking about. If you want to read the full Courtside Report for yourself, the link will be down in the description. And then of course, you know, on 2K's page they have the videos of the trailer. So the first thing up is ProPlay, man. You already knew that ProPlay was making a return. If you're new to 2K or you don't know what ProPlay is, you know, basically they just take NBA footage and they put it in 2K gameplay, which brings more realism and authenticity to the game. This year for NBA 2K25, we have 9,000 new ProPlay animations. All of those different animations include dribbling animations. You got signature shot animations, which is something new that we'll get into a little bit later. You got new off the ball animations, signature motion styles. We got a bunch of new animations, man. Can't really complain about that. Now, this first section that we're going to get into is all offense, man, which I know all of y'all are going to love. First thing being is we have an all new Dribble engine. Mike Wang said it himself. He said it is the most amazing upgrade to the Dribble engine in 15 years. So I'm definitely expecting great things from this Dribble engine. It's probably going to feel a whole lot more fluid. You know, this Dribble engine was built from the ground up, and basically it takes all the ProPlay animations and dynamically creates all the movements and transitions that you need to make the dribble move exactly the way you want it to move. You know, that's quoted directly from Mike himself. So I'm super excited to see what the new Dribble engine feels like. And you know, they have in the trailer, you'll see that they have you know, more explosive launches, and stops are much tighter. So you know, you got a bunch of new added things with the movement as well. Moving on into some more offense, the next thing we have are the new signature go-to shots. So if you remember from NBA 2K24, you remember the size up sequence that we had where you just flick the right stick up, your player would, you know, do a nice little size up sequence. Well, with the new 9,000 ProPlay animations that we have, they were able to take that and add a lot of signature shots to this year's game. So how that will look on NBA 2K25, if you hold the right stick up, it'll go into a size up sequence that branches right into your jump shot. So that is what the new signature go-to shots looks like. And then, you know, we have the clip of Jason Tatum showing us exactly what that looks like and him going into his jumper. Another dope thing that they have implemented is a new shot canceling feature. So with that, it lets you break out of any advanced shot at any time to transition into other moves. And then basically it's a more advanced hezzy or shot fake. So, you know, I can already see a bunch of the dribble heads getting super creative and coming up with some really dope combos and, you know, faking people out with shots. And it's about to go crazy, man. Next up, we have new shot timing profiles. So last year for NBA 2K24, it was a lot of mixed feelings about the shooting. You know, some people said that it was difficult. You know, a lot of other people thought it was just fine. But in 2K25, they have this new setting called shot timing profiles, and basically allows you to customize the risk versus reward of your shot timing. So, you know, you see the different options right there on the right side. They have difficulty based, so it'll change based on, like, you know, the mode you're playing and what difficulty that is at. And then you have low risk reward all the way up to high risk reward. And then right after difficulty base, you have real player percentage. So it'll go based off of that. But if you choose low risk reward, you will have more forgiving shot timing that emphasizes ratings and openness and taking smart shots over the release of the button or the stick. A miss a mistimed shot could still go in, but the green window is much smaller, which is going to make it more difficult to consistently have excellent timed releases. And then, you know, what Mike suggests, if you go high risk reward, which is what he suggested, basically that's green or miss. And of course, with the high risk reward, since it's green or miss, the green window is going to be much larger than the low risk reward, but you know, you don't have that margin for error. If you mistime your jump shot, you're just not making it. Another dope thing that they added for NBA 2K25 is custom visual cues, man. So y'all remember the visual cue from 2K24 where you could set it to jump, set point, push, or release for your animation cue. In NBA 2K25 in the jump shot creator, you don't have to just stick with just those 4. You select your base and your release speed, and you can now set a customized visual cue to any point in the shot, which gives you full customization over when to release a shot, button, or stick. I think that's definitely going to help a lot of people in terms of shooting and be able to shoot more efficiently, man, and that's going to allow people to use a lot more jump shots. You know what I'm saying? It's certain jump shots that people may like to use or just can't get the timing down of, or, you know, maybe the visual cue looks funny, but now you can customize your own visual cue. So, you know, that's not going to be a problem anymore. Another new feature that they have added in is rhythm shooting with the Pro Stick. So we got all the previous shooting control methods from 2K24 returning, but in NBA 2K25, they got this new thing called Pro Stick rhythm shooting. So basically the idea with this is it's a different way to shoot aside from just holding down the button. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do is you want to try to match the rhythm of the player's shot. So when you use the rhythm shooting, you pull down on the right stick, and when you get to the set point, you push the stick back up in rhythm with how the player shoots in real life. So, you know, this new feature rewards you for accurately mimicking each player's signature shooting motion. And, you know, another thing that Mike Wang said about this new feature is that if you master this, you'll be much better than someone who shoots with the button. You know what I'm saying? The reward is going to be much greater. You know, the devs and everybody over at 2K who tested it, a lot of people thought it was too challenging. But, you know, those who kept on practicing, they grew to love it. And now it's their traditional method for shooting. And, you know, with that, they also had percentages rise significantly. So, you know, if you can master this, you will be able to shoot very well in NBA 2K25. So we got some new defensive movement for NBA 2K25. So 2K25 features a brand new defensive cutoff system. So if you utilize the right stick on defense, you can control your player and quickly slide laterally into position to cut off an offensive player's attack. If you do so successfully and you anticipate that drive with a successful cutoff, you can either stonewall the offense or you can cause them to fumble the ball. You know, they've also made some changes to the contest system. So now what they do for NBA 2K25, they use a dynamic weighting system rather than a fixed one. So that evaluates the impact of defense at the start of the shot versus the release and computes the proper coverage impact accordingly. And then also some things that we'll notice with the perimeter and the interior defensive ratings, those will definitely be important, especially with, you know, the height differentials, and they'll play a much more important role in calculating defensive coverage. Moving on to AI gameplay, man, they made some improvements with the AI, with the court spacing, offense, defense, coaching, and the AI difficulty. Here are those different sections outlined. You know, they have a new spacing engine with over 20 different adjustment locations from inside the three-point line, so it'll constantly give the AI information to, you know, make the right reads on offense. They've also revamped the cut to basket logic for the AI to, you know, get rid of those untimely cuts, which will give us better driving lanes and different driving kick scenarios. You know, they've enhanced the defense, so, you know, AI will have better logic on defense and will give us better rotations, which, you know, we definitely needed. Another new feature that they have, players have the ability to now save and share their playbooks with the NBA 2K community. I think that's a tough feature. You know, a lot of people will put together some dope playbooks and you can now use those. So, you know, you'll have access to the best plays in the game at all times, or, you know, you could run some different stuff, but I definitely think that's a dope feature. AI difficulty is now based on more than just shooting percentages. Lower difficulties will experience less aggressive offense and defense and make fewer strategy changes or adjustments. And what they did, they scaled on-ball defensive delays per difficulty. So when you attack the basket on lower level AI, that'll be easier, including increased body up win resolution for easier blow-bys. They also have a new mode called Learn 2K. And this is not just for, you know, anybody that's new coming into the game. This is for people that have been playing 2K for years, man. Come here, lab it up, and improve your game. You know, you can come here, you can try out the new rhythm shooting, learn a bunch of different moves. You know, they got mini games in here, drills, different practice scenarios, and all kinds of stuff for you to work on your game and improve and become the best 2K player you can. Now that we've gone through the Courtside Report, a couple of things that I want to go through here on Twitter. All right, man. So real quick, going through a couple of tweets from Mike Wang, because like we said in the beginning, he has returned and the tweets have started flowing. So this first one, he started going over the rhythm shooting. You know, somebody asked, is rhythm shooting with the right stick going to have a bigger green window than just regular button shooting? And they wanted a comparison. So, you know, he was saying that we can't really compare it one-to-one because they work so differently, but rhythm shooting takes more skill to master. There is a much higher upside for making shots. And he also said that it's always on and it's always optional, so you don't have to use it. You can shoot the same way from last year if you want to. You can use the button, whatever you want to do. He said that he bounces back and forth between normal shooting and rhythm shooting. He uses the rhythm shooting for standing jump shots, post shots, and some pull-ups. But for a lot of shots, he just releases the stick back to center like he did last year. So right here, this person is trying to get a better understanding of the new shot timing profiles. You know, asking about the low risk reward one, and trying to see if whites will go in. So Mike said, with the low risk reward, you can still make shots if your timing is slightly off, but the bonus for good timing is much smaller. On the other side of that, with the high risk reward, the green window is much larger with a bigger bonus, but there's no margin for error if you miss it, like I said earlier. Some advice from Mike, he said, if you're terrible at shot timing, low will let you be somewhat competent if you take high IQ shots, but will actually handicap you if you're great at shot timing. The better you are at shot timing, the higher risk reward you want to play on. Next one, we have somebody wanted to know if we can use real player percentage online. Mike said, no, you can't use real player percentage online. This one, they were asking about Jamal Murray's jump shot. You know, this year they were able to get a much better jump shot for him with ProPlay, so it's a whole lot better now. You know, this person was asking, how does height factor into the shot contest? Mike came back and said height and interior/perimeter rating are much stronger factors in the contest calculation this year, so make sure y'all keep that into consideration when you are making your builds. Cannot stress it enough. Next up, this person asked, does jump, set point, push, and release affect rhythm shooting? Rhythm shooting isn't affected by the user's visual cue setting. The bonus/penalty is always determined by how close you can match the player's shooting motion. And that's all that we have so far, man. So you already know Mike is going to be active on Twitter, maybe for a good chunk of the day. I don't know if he's going to do all day until later on tonight, but he is going to be active on Twitter answering questions. So if you got any questions that you want him to potentially answer, go on Twitter, drop the questions. Also, they are taking questions in Discord. So if you haven't joined 2K's Discord, you can do that. They're answering questions there as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that post notification bell, because we will be covering all the new news that we receive for NBA 2K25 as soon as we get it. So I'm excited. We got some dope new features in the game. I can't wait to see more, man. Ready to see the My Career trailer and all the information that's coming with My Career. Ready to break that stuff down. And, you know, they kick things off with a great start. You got some dope new features and mechanics coming into 2K25. And I think it's going to be up from here. So y'all be sure to stay safe out here. And I will catch you guys with the next one. Peace.